Let's explore filters and filter views. If you look along the top, you'll notice this little triangle of lines. This tells us that a filter is turned on. If I click on this filter, I can see how was it filtered. In this case, it was filtered by values, and it shows you which ones are turned on. Filters can be turned on in the data section at the top, and notice because it's on, I could turn it off, or I could come back and I could click filter. When a filter is turned on, I could then come in and choose different data to view. So when is that useful? Let's create a new little tab here, and we are going to throw in some data. Now that we have our data, let's take a look at how to add a filter. Click on Data, click Filter. Notice that it adds the filter wherever I was. I don't want to add a filter there, so I want to click on the column that I'm interested, choose Data, choose Filter, and the little icon for filter comes up. So now I'm able to click that icon, and let's say I want to look at just the third graders here. So I'm going to say just third grade, and I'm going to say OK. My other data has not disappeared, it's simply been filtered out. So a filter is a way to look at specific information that you want to see. The thing about filters is that everyone who's viewing the spreadsheet will see the filters that you set, and it will stay sorted using this filter until I come and turn my filter off. To turn my filter off, I have to come back to Data and turn off that filter. Please notice that I can filter by any particular column that I choose. I just have to turn it on. If we want to see the females, since there are fewer of those, I can look at those scores. Again, when I'm finished, Data, and turn off the filter. The thing about filters is sometimes we want to go back and forth to the same ones. So there's something called filter view. The nice thing about filter view is that it allows you to save multiple views, you can name your view, and you can allow others to see data differently because it must be turned on by each person who views it. So to do that, I'm going to go to Data, Filter Views, and I'm going to tell it that I want to create a new filter view. And it tells me here only my view is changed, the list of filters is shared with collaborators, and it says editing data changes it for everyone. So let's say we look at things often by male and female, by gender. I might come and turn that view on, and here are my males, and so I could call this Male Scores View. This doesn't go away, I'm simply in a view. When I'm finished with that view, if I click the X, it turns it off and it's automatically saved. If I come back to Data and Filter Views, notice that that view is still available to me. I also have the gear, which would allow me to rename it, update my ranges, duplicate this particular view, or even delete my view. I'm going to come out of that view. So let's create a new filter view. Notice that I had to click my column before I turned on the filter view so that it knows which one I want to filter by. Again, I could take this and let's say I just want to look at the kids who were under the 80s. I could choose those other scores and say OK, and it would filter out based on the scores. I'm going to go ahead and close that one. Notice I did not give it a name. But if I come to Data and Filter Views, it's simply saved under the name of Filter 1 or 2 unless I rename it. If someone gives me access to a spreadsheet and I'd like to filter it, but I don't have edit access, I can actually go into Data and create a filter view to look at it. And that way I can see what I need, but it does not mess up anyone else's view, and all it does is create a temporary filter that disappears.